thủ đô của Romania đó. Kiến trúc của nó giống Pháp luôn. Ở đây nó xài cái ngôn ngữ của Romania. Dân số khoảng 20 triệu. Diện tích của đất nước nó cũng ngang ngửa với Việt Nam là 237 triệu 237.000 km². Nó là chế độ của tự do nha. Công viên đẹp quá ha. Nhà đẹp quá, trông cũng sạch sẽ quá. Cái đất nước này là cái tôn giáo của nó là chính thống giáo. Nhà cổ dữ à. Vách viết gì thấy nó tróc ra hết rồi. Bên này thấy nó dùng có cái tiếng Anh nhiều chứ không có tiếng Pháp. Cảnh dã ngoại trong hoang dã quá ha. Bơi xuồng đi vô trong rừng ha. Nó chở cái cây gì nè, lúa mì. Ngỗng quá trời luôn hả? Nhà Thị Lập ngói không? Ngói đỏ không? Romania này cái diện tích của nó cũng ngang ngang với đất nước Việt Nam, 230 mấy ngàn km vuông, mà dân số của nó là có khoảng 20 triệu dân thôi. Đa số là mái nhà lợp ngói ha. Gạch ha, nước. Chạm khắc ở trên vách đẹp quá. Nhà thờ cổ kính đó. Quảng trường đẹp quá ha. Chim bồ câu quá trời luôn. Rồi hàng ngày người ta tới người ta hay cho nó ăn, nó quen, nó ở đó. Nhà cửa kiến trúc đó, giống của Tây Ban Nha đó. Cái xã hội nó nhìn cũng giống như vậy. Cái con gì không biết, con dê chắc. Cảnh đẹp quá. Cảnh đồng quê của Romania giống như là bức tranh. Bà đã nuôi mà có dáng số giống như bà cô bê Nhật Bản mà.
The fish and the food of the Danube Delta, and we're going to be taking boats around. We're going to visit places along the way and especially eat some amazing food. And Danube Delta adventure begins right now. We're about to jump on the boat.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân của cái người bạn Mỹ là anh mặc QUANH để khám phá ẩm thực của Romania nha. Romania đó.
Hello, Marcel.
Mark, nice to meet you.
On our own Grey Village.
Wow.
Có vẻ vui à nha.
Adventure.
Đi ra này có vẻ là chắc ăn seafood không rồi đó. Tức là đồ biển á.
welcome to the Black Sea. All of a sudden, because you don't have, well, in the back you have tree lines and islands, but looking forward, it's so eerie and kind of cloudy. We just arrived at the dock. We're really close to the base of the Black Sea, but we're gonna stay at this eco lodge. It's so peaceful here. Only way to get here is either by helicopter or a 45-minute boat ride. And this is where we're going to be staying, but I'm going to get a lot more shots tomorrow morning when it's light, so that we'll be able to see this whole area. But it is just spectacularly beautiful and peaceful here. This place is amazing. We're overlooking, it's just spectacularly beautiful. First thing that we're going to do now is go to dinner.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's been a few hours. This is an eco lodge, but it has a very safari feel to it. I love the wood, the peacefulness of this place. But yeah, we're all sitting down for dinner. They brought us this huge plate of appetizers. There's fish eggs. Wow, what is that? Brought out some more dishes, including a centerpiece, which is a
Cho mâm đồ ăn mà thấy mà giật mình không à.
stiffed, and it's kind of like made into like almost like a roll. That looks incredible, and I love the presentation.
Quá trời đồ ăn luôn.
Romania.
Mochin is the city.
Okay, yes. And it's one of the top wines of Romania.
Yes.
You want the small one?
Cheers. Well, we made it to Danube Delta. So happy to be here. I don't know where to start, so I'm just going to begin with one of the fish balls. Oh, that's wonderful. So this bread is actually Ukrainian in origin with potato on the inside, but I'm going to try with some of the zakruska, which is made with fish.
Cái đó không biết là cái gì ạ.
Oh yeah. I love zakruska. I've eaten it every day in Romania, but so many different variations. And it's like a combination of different roasted vegetables, eggplant and tomato and onions, and this one has fish in it. It's wonderful.
Cá ở trong á.
Okay, and then the pike fish is stuffed.
Này cũng cá nữa.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I don't even know what it's stuffed with, but kind of like a little bit bready with some of the onions or some of the salad. Also from the cold appetizer dishes is like a type of herring, I think.
Cá ngó giống cái khứa, giống cá lóc à.
Preserved, sour, and I love that. Okay, so I'm down in the kitchen now just watching Chef as he just assembles the main dish. It's going to be all fish, which I love. I'm a big fish lover, so a couple of different types of fish with some palata, I believe, and then some pickles, some dressing. Oh man, that is huge. 4 different types of fish all on a massive platter.
Potato.
Nice. Oh man, 3 different fish, and this is probably the centerpiece. This is one of the
Cá gì
greatest
trộn
fish
quay
ever.
ngộ quá ha.
Oh yes. Oh, I love little entire fried fish. Oh, it's just like flavor, crunchy, delicious. So the main course is served. Chef instructed me to taste it with garlic, but the 2 different fish, one is the carp, one is the turbot, and I have to begin with some of that garlic sauce. Oh yeah. Oh wow. The freshness with the garlic like cream. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, and then this one is a carp which is marinated in some type of it looks like a tomatoey sauce.
Cái đó cá nữa.
Well, it's wonderful too. And that marinade, that sauce on top is just
Nó làm gì nó
tomatoey. It was a little bit tart. It may be chili, but not spicy enough.
phi lê ra rồi nó chiên hay sao?
Good morning. I'm so happy to wake up this morning to see this place in the light. We're on the Danube River Delta, and just this entire green village, which is the name of this eco lodge that we're staying at, it's just surrounded by water. And actually, I didn't know this. It's actually part of a local village. It's here, which is just surrounded by water. And this is a biosphere here. It's a reservation. It's preserved because of the amazing bird life, the amazing flora and fauna, the amazing
Hình như là cái dòng sông Danube đó là dòng sông nổi tiếng của châu Âu.
And so this is a whole national park in Romania and one of the best preserved. I just want to show you exactly where we are on the map so that you get a perspective. So the Dunham River is one of the most important rivers. It is the longest river in Central Europe. It begins in Germany at the Black Forest. That's the source, and then flows all the way through Europe, through Central Europe, and then this is where it discharges into the Black Sea, where this is the delta, and so hugely important river
Đây là dòng
for
sông nổi
Europe.
tiếng
And it's
của châu Âu rồi.
such an honor. It's so cool to be here.
Dòng sông đẹp lắm.
Okay. And this is a little creaky, but can you hear all of the frogs? It's a nature paradise, and I can't wait to start eating. Awesome.
So we're ready?
Ready. Okay, yes, and we are off on the boat. Yeah, we're in two boats. The open, fresh air. And this is also, okay, two main things that the Danube Delta is known for is bird watching, and wait for it, is it coming? Wait for it. Yes. I think you can see that. So many beautiful birds flying overhead, and then also for fishing because of the biodiversity and there's so many species of fish as well.
Hình như là bà xã ảnh ngồi ở sau lưng á.
Getting like such perfect weather today. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's so clear. It's the best when you start getting off into these side waterway alleys, these narrow alleys and lagoons. The supply and abundance of fish. So we're gonna try our luck. This is the first spot. Try our luck fishing.
Earthworms.
Đi câu cá.
So there's no reel on this fishing pole, just straight pole and line. We're hoping. Yeah.
I have a fish.
Yes.
I want a bigger fish.
Navigating down some
Này đi vô
small
trong
channels of
một
water,
cái rạch rồi.
surrounded by reeds on either side.
Vô rạch nhỏ.
So peaceful, so beautiful. We're looking for the perfect spot to dock to have breakfast.
We missed you guys.
We missed you guys. That's it.
The traditional table for the boat.
Yes, I love that. The best, and the juices come out.
Yes, of course.
So gourmet breakfast in the delta on a small channel surrounded by nature. They opened up this whole package of food. There's eggs, there's vegetables, smoked fish.
Yes, it's Danube mackerel.
Danube mackerel.
Yes.
Awesome. There's the fish balls. There's bread.
Mark,
Thank you.
some firewater.
Firewater. No. Yes, always be
Hình như là không có bà xã ảnh. Mấy cô đó, mấy cô nào ạ?
smashed onion. Okay, so the Danube mackerel, salted and smoked, cold smoked with some of the bread with some onions.
Cái con cá nó ăn không biết sống hay chín ha.
And you can crunch on the bones too because they're smoked them. They're soft enough to eat. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Common fisherman breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.
This is some of the stuffed pike.
Ăn sáng.
Okay, cucumber with some of the cheese. Wonderful.
Phô mai mà ăn với
Highlight for me is the smoked Danube mackerel.
phô mai ăn với dưa leo.
What a combo.
Hình như con cá chín rồi.
It is like fish salami.
Or the trika.
Danube River and its estuaries. Black Sea. Welcome to the Black Sea. And then you can even see where it's like a line almost, where the sea begins, where it starts to get rougher, where you can see it's darker. And just the birds. And this is not even the season for the birds. A lot of the birds have migrated already, but you can still see there's tons of birds and beautiful pelicans.
Đó là biển đen đó.
And we are back to the resort. We're stopping here, but this is actually the beginning of the next food activity. What's the name of the fish soup?
In Romania,
In Romania,
it's
in
ciorba de pește.
Ciorba de pește. Okay.
Everything. Everything.
Married, your wife should be very...
First step, potatoes, onions, and peppers go in. And that's just the fire is blazing, the water is boiling, a little bit of oil and a little bit of salt inside the water. The aroma of it is really close to celery, but also like a coriander in there as well. So for the fish, there's pike, chunks of catfish, and also carp. Fish goes in, and now some tomato paste, or you can use fresh tomatoes too, but it's not the tomato season. Yes, and so some wine vinegar goes in. That's an essential ingredient, and immediately you smell that vinegary sourness. It's boiling away now.
Some of this.
Yeah, fish soup is just about ready. Another thing that you gotta eat with the fish is a garlic sauce.
Boys cooking.
Nó bỏ hành, tỏi, cà. Trứng hả?
So we are sitting down now, overlooking this is like a channel of water, but kind of like a lagoon. And starting out, the fish soup is almost ready. Time to narok again. These are just the appetizers. The soup is almost on its way, but we're gonna start now. This one is hamsi. This is the anchovies.
Con cá sao giống con cá sống quá.
Those are salted, preserved, kind of pickled. Yeah, salty, but so good. Get some roasted eggplant.
Con cá đó làm cá mòi
So
đó.
smoky and creamy. Good. And I wanted to try some of that caviar. And then some of this is the pike caviar mixed with kind of an oil, I think, to make a cream with onions, and you can see the little caviar in there. Oh, that's fantastic. Getting And that one is the carp caviar. Yeah, the same like creamy consistency. It has a bit of a different flavor for sure. And this one is a Danube herring, like what we had for breakfast, I think. But this is a pickled, kind of mixed with some tomatoes, some peppers. That is wonderful. Okay, and it is time for the fish soup now. So ways that the fishermen traditionally eat it is you boil everything together, but then you take out the fish and the chunks of vegetables like the potatoes, and you eat those first, and then you drink the soup or you eat the soup. So first you take out all the fish.
Strictly from the professional fisherman nets.
Yes.
This one is ready.
Củ hành chứ không phải là cái trứng gà.
Catfish. Yes. Catfish.
Cái
So all
củ
three different types of fish. There's the
củ khoai
pike,
tây chứ.
there's catfish and carp all boiled together in this beautiful soup. And you can, he made that garlic sauce with garlic and a little bit of oil, pounded that together with, and added some of the soup in. Into that sauce, which you can use for your fish as well. Such a firm, hearty fish. It will be really good with some of that garlic sauce. The carp with the garlic sauce. Oh, the garlic sauce is incredible. Oh, that's so good because it brings out that vibrancy of flavor, that punch of flavor, the fresh garlic, the saltiness.
Có cái củ hành á.
The catfish is the
Củ hành nguyên một củ luôn.
fattiest, oiliest. The texture is wonderful. And then with that garlic sauce, amazing. So good, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then the soup broth has that hint of sourness from the vinegar and from the tomatoes, that tartness from the tomatoes. And it's really like amazingly fresh because the fish is fresh, so it's not like fishy at all. It's just hearty and delicious and simple and rustic and like everything you want.
Ảnh đi du lịch mà không biết sao mà ảnh lại đi được vô nguyên cái nhóm ở trong gia đình này đi, không biết sao đi.
This is just a traditional way that they would make it in this Danube Delta, in this region, just fishermen with fish, with vegetables that they can get with the.
Hay là ảnh đi cái dạng homestay đó, tức là đi du lịch mà vô nhà người ta ngủ á.
And that garlic just makes all the difference. What a meal. Right, and we are on a boat, this time a bit of a bigger boat. We're heading back to the main port where we got dropped off, where we took the boat yesterday. And from there we're going to drive a little ways somewhere and have another Danube Delta food something that I'm not even sure yet. We're going to find out.
Giờ ảnh cũng đi kiếm cái
this
chỗ
is
ăn,
fantastic. This is actually like a Danube bus.
chỗ ăn nữa.
Bus cruising along at 60 kilometers per hour. And it's a smooth ride.
Cái chiếc nó chạy 60 km/h.
And we made it back to the port. This is where we first started. And from here we're going to drive for about 45 minutes, I believe, to the next place.
Nó trở về, nó lên trên bờ rồi.
Actually quite a bit further south. We're still on the delta, and it's getting to be, and actually we're close to the Black Sea, and it's just about sunset.
Bây giờ nó vô nhà hàng
It's a
đồ biển.
restaurant where we're gonna have one final meal.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Get used with our palinka. Welcome.
Thank you. There's no welcome in Romania
Okay.
without.
Well, bine venit.
Cái này là thịt con ếch nha. Thịt ếch chắc nó nướng mà.
first dish is ready, he seared off that zander fish and then topped it with grilled chilies, roasted chilies, and then a tomato, like a chunky tomato sauce.
Danube Delta, which is a fabulous place.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Lisa.
A special vessel.
Lisa.
Just cool people, cool environment. Just, it's a happy place.
Look at this.
Anchovy salad.
Let him.
It's great. Black Sea anchovies salted with tomatoes with onions.
Cái con cá con đó nó không biết là sống hay chín, không biết ạ.
Oh, that's spectacular. Oh, the perfect contrast of salty anchovies, onions, juicy tomatoes.
Con cá nó trộn với cà với lại củ hành. Cái này kia. Không biết nó sống hay chín, không biết cái con đó.
Zander with the chilies with the tomatoes. Just the freshness and the quality of that. Oh, it's wonderful. They're both superb. For me, the most special one is the anchovy. Wow. So good. Next dish has arrived. This is sea snails. Oh yeah. The like slight bitterness quality of it, the chewiness, the yeah. Oh, I love it.
Mấy cái món này là ngon quá trời rồi. Ngon còn gì nữa.
Caviar has arrived. And I believe this is the carp caviar with the oil-based sauce and a little bit of
Kính
acid to
cá.
make that. Again, yeah.
Trộn với
Actually earlier, but this looks insane.
trộn với
Oh wow.
mayonnaise hay gì á.
Almost. Use the onions to cut the richness. Oh, that's like caviar cheese. Melted cheese.
Không, phô mai nước.
All just like bar counter, open kitchen, outdoor shack style. They've created such a wonderful social dining experience that's so much that, along with unbelievably delicious food,
Đồ biển không
is
à.
incredibly fun. You're right. You're right.
It's not.
Sopa!
Rồi tới cái món đùi ếch á.
Oops, I split it into portions. Yeah. So it's...
Next up, this is a sturgeon soup, but prepared in kind of like the tripe soup style. Sturgeon soup, wow. Has some little crunchy bones in it, but the creaminess, I think it's like dill in that soup. The dishes are just coming out of control now. The whole fish, the frog legs, which he stir-fried up in some garlic and some butter, I believe, and then topped it with
Đùi ếch
caramelized
xào
onions,
củ
and
hành
then
nè.
this is like dried carp, and you have to cut
Còn
it.
cá gì đó chiên giòn
That's
luôn.
amazing, right? Oh yes.
Yeah, kayak.
Ngon quá,
And it is the
món
frogs,
món
like, you can just
độc địa không à.
smell the garlic. Oh wow. Oh, it's so tender and not muscular, despite it looking like a flexed muscle. Well, it is muscular, just soft, tender muscular. Oh wow. That is finger licking good.
Okay. Let's try it now. Crucial cartile, tinka file.
Massive platter of fried fish, always dip in garlic.
Adică un fel de fusion,
Wonderful.
corect?
Like maybe like cornmeal on the outside, then fried with the garlic. So good. Everything is so good. You hear an accordion coming from the darkness. They're saying wedding. Is a wedding coming to us? No. Okay. That's right. Absolutely amazing. A local fire from this village. Amazing. I'm loving every second of this. But this village is actually a Russian community, and so these are Russian folk songs that they preserve in their culture. That footwork, I'm in tears.
And after you will taste it,
There's more food. This is stuffed peppers with fish. The food just, it doesn't end. I think there's rice in the middle of that too. And then the pepper is sweet.
Có nguyên cái trái ớt bự.
And there's a spicy pepper. On the side, I think you can.
Anh làm một cái là nửa trái luôn. Còn nửa trái là ăn hết luôn.
That has a little bit of heat to it.
Rồi. Nguyên trái bự anh làm 2 lần rồi hết luôn.
Since 1990, the lightweight crate cat has meant quality, affordable boating. Florida Sports Magazine called it
It's just an absurd amount of food.
Quá trời đồ ăn.
Ridiculous. The fish
Ăn
and
là
the
chưa cho hết.
filet and the cognac and mussels.
Quá trời đồ ăn luôn.
Okay, I'm sitting back at the picnic table. It never ends.
see the flavor?
Yeah, the sweetness of the cognac.
I'm curious, how is this sauce?
And the mussels. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh. Oh, thank you.
Cho ảnh mặc áo của Romania luôn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just still in tears of joy and happiness. What a grand finale to this just extraordinary day in the Danube Delta. Learning about culture, learning about the food, amazing food. Massive thank you to my friend Nassim and Christian and Colleen for setting everything up, and to all of our local hosts here in the Danube Delta. This was an adventure of food, incredible fish, and culture, and yes, thank you. What a place. I'll have all the information, everything we did, every place we went to in the description box so you can see all the information. And I'm going to end the video now. From here we head back to Bucharest. Thanks again for watching, and be sure you subscribe for lots more food and travel videos, and I will see you on the next video. Amazing day, it's Mark Wiens. I'm in Bucharest, which is the capital and the largest city of Romania. And this is a city that's exciting. There's amazing food here. The people are friendly and hospitable. incredible. And today we're going to go on a Romanian food tour of Bucharest. We're going to eat a lot of delicious food and go around the city, see some of the sights, and I'm going to share this entire experience with you, everything we do today in this video.
Bây giờ là ảnh đi ra ngoài đường coi mấy cái lối ẩm thực ở trên đường. Đường phố đó, ẩm thực ở cái đường phố.
Before we start eating today, quick television interview. Thank you. Thank you very much. Here we go. TV interview complete. I think it went well.
Next step.
Next step. We're on our way to the market now to start eating. Okay, here we are. First place. So I think that this whole area is part of the market. We passed some cheese stalls, we passed some bakeries. We're going kind of to the back of the market where you can already see the smoke coming, the smoke pouring into the air, and the meat fumes are in the air. You can
Anh đi
feel
vô
it.
cái chợ nha.
This is fantastic. Full outdoor market.
Cái loại chợ này là giống như là chợ truyền thống rồi.
There's vegetables, there's chilies, there's eggplants, all of the ingredients needed for Romanian cuisine. Met up with the whole crew, the whole team. We're gonna start walking around the market and look at some of the vegetables, see some of the products, see some of the amazing ingredients first before we eat, actually. What's so cool about Bucharest, and of course any major city in the country, the capital city, the largest city, is that it brings together the ingredients, the foods from around the country. And so you see all of the different produce, the grapes, the apples, the pears, but the grapes are beautiful. There's just so much of a diversity of ingredients and such beautiful
Cái chợ này là nó ở trong Bucharest, tức là ở trong cái thủ đô của Romania.
This indoor section of the market also there's more and
nó
more
có
herbs and vegetables, the dill,
nó có shopping ở trên lầu nữa mà.
Parsnips that go into Romanian cuisine, but it's all really fresh. Nassim is handing me a chili to taste. A morning chili for breakfast.
Ớt.
Okay, thank you, Nassim.
Ớt xanh.
Oh yeah, this one's great. Oh, that's a little wake-up call. That needs to be followed by some meat juices. I'm impressed by the different variety
Ớt xanh cay không mà nó ăn.
The quantity of chilies that they have in Romania, which is something I wouldn't have guessed, I wouldn't have known. And he is giving us a variety of different chilies. Oh, those are beautiful. We can eat it with
Cái trái này coi chừng là cay lắm đó nha, cái trái tròn tròn đó. Đủ hết ha. Rau rác.
This is as fresh of grape juice as you could possibly get. It's just like mashed grapes in this barrel. And the juice is just dripping out into this tub. You could smell the grape aroma. It smells like grape candy. It's just liquid grape candy. That smells incredible.
Nó xay nó lấy nước nho nó cho uống tại chỗ luôn.
That just goes straight from the tub to the bottles filled. So that's, you know what you're getting. You get it as fresh as possible. No preservation, just pure squished grapes. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is so fresh. I mean, essentially that's the same thing as eating grapes, just they're already pre-squeezed for you in your mouth.
Cái này là kêu là nước nho ép mà.
The sweetness and like beauty of those grapes naturally.
Tự
Oh, man,
nhiên
it almost tastes
không
like
có một cái gì
blueberries.
trong đó hết.
No possibility of greater grape juice than that. Okay, and then coming to the upstairs floor of the market, it's a lot of meats, a lot of salamis and cheeses, and even like more like indoor businesses, gourmet ingredients, steaks and things, and then bakeries and spices. Something that's impressed me about Romanian food.
Ở
all the
trên
different
lầu á,
spices
nó
that
bán
go into
những cái
cooking
đồ
it. I mean,
đồ
some
sạch
dishes
sẽ
are
hơn
not
đồ
like
khô.
overpowering with spice, but then it is present. You do taste it, and because of the history, because of the trade, because of the different influences that have been a part of Romania, the cuisine. There's such a diversity of spices and ingredients from this entire region of the world. Deer pastrami.
Xúc xích nó quá trời luôn ha.
Oh yeah. Oh, that has a texture to it, and you taste
Đủ
chili
loại
and
xúc
pepper
xích
in there
hết
as
ha.
well. Wild boar? Okay. Also pastrami. Oh yeah. Totally different texture with that like salty juiciness that comes out of it. And again, that crust with the pepper, like the fruity pepper taste to it. Next up is a goat, like a sausage. Oh wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Like similar to a goat salami. Oh yeah, that's juicy and tasty. Next up is the ham.
Cái ông
Romanian cheese that's made in a bark of a type of evergreen tree.
cái ông bán thịt, ổng cho ảnh thử mọi thứ hết.
You slice it open and it's like a whole cup of cheese. Very like milky. Oh, that has a totally different flavor. It's woody but like kind of fruity tasting, and kind of has like a bit of an acidity to it. That is special, a very special cheese. Next up, it's like a whole roll-up of pig skin. There's like layer upon layer of pig skin just wrapped into like a loaf, and
Cái
then
này
you
là
slice
da
it
heo
up
ha.
and roll. You get pig skin. I think it's very also common to eat during holidays. Oh wow. That is definitely pig skin. It's a little chewy and rubbery, smoky, a little rubber bandy, but good flavor coming out of it with every bend. Come now to, he has some different berries, some strawberries, some blueberries, some raspberries. The raspberries look so good, and these are local raspberries. Oh wow. They're so sweet and so juicy. And then the other thing I want to try is, whoa, it's called cạnh, I think. But yeah, that's just like bitter and juicy and
Cái trái đó
I
ngộ
like
quá
it.
ha.
I like it. It's almost like alcoholic tasting.
Cái
But I
trái
don't
đó
think
là
I've had
bên
this anywhere,
mình
but
không
after,
có.
From what I understand, after the rose blooms,
Rồi
this is
cái
kind of like
trái đỏ
what's
nữa nè.
left at the bottom possibly, but it's like a rose fruit. Seed? Oh, the seeds.
Có cái hộp, có hộp, hộp quá trời luôn.
So don't eat the seeds. Okay, but the fruit around the outside it's just kind of like slightly sweet, a little bit acidic, and kind of like starchy tasting.
Already in line.
Yes. And they have the soundtrack going to like get you in the mood for eating. But normally, like I said, especially on the weekends, if you come here, the line probably goes all the way back, all the way stretching around. But that's good for us today because it's not that busy yet. Thank you very much. Awesome. Nice to meet you.
My name is Adrian, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a Romanian, you're American.
Awesome.
That's okay. This is me.
Beautiful.
And this
Very nice to meet you. Yes.
my friend.
Thank you for having us. Okay. Oh, we're about to see the meat on the grill. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Romanian. Friendship and my brotherhood. Okay.
And here it is.
Hình như là mấy cái anh bán thịt nè, bán cái chỗ này là anh biết mặt của anh mặc quen á. Chắc ảnh coi YouTube đó anh biết.
Charcoal, so they're smoky. Oh, you can smell the aroma coming out of them. I'm inside of the grill actually. That is a combination of beef and pork on the grill. Thank you.
Beer and meat.
Beer and meat is a must, right?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Norok.
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 Norok in Romania.
Norok.
This is the taste.
That needs some salty meat.
This is meat.
To go with it.
Așa.
This is meat. What a spot. What an amazing crew here. Oh, I love this place.
This is the only way that Romanian people are taking their hangover.
Oh yeah. That's
Take Mark.
wow.
Cái
Thank
này,
you.
cái nước này là nước rượu gì đây?
It's a pickled juice barrel. There's cabbage just like fermenting in there. That is quite an aroma that erupted out of this. And dip in.
Sfeclă roșie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That salty briny.
The guys from the terrace
Yeah.
are starting drinking, and after that is picking
Drink
them.
pickle juice. That'll like lift you up. That's for sure. That's like fermented and cabbagey.
Không biết ở trong cái thùng là cái gì trong đó.
He's sneaking up with the beer tray. Oh man.
6 beers.
What a man.
This is like a 1 meter beer. This is some super for.
He comes with a flower planter of 6 beers.
Yeah, okay.
Cái này thì bia.
It's good.
Nhưng mà cái nước của trong
Bă, și mici, că e
cái nước ở trong cái thùng đó.
Fun
and
good people.
Good people and
Exactly.
smiling people.
But
Yes.
it all has to do with good people. Yes.
I love this game.
That's
I love
the-
Romania.
Emerging from the meat fumes, and it's time to try the meat.
Atinde pe acolo pentru ei. Sau puneți pâinea. Scobitorile, da. Bănuiesc că știi.
Cu mâna. Nu, sempre detaliu. Să încerce și ultimale.
Oh, look at that steam coming out.
But I think this is the best.
He just brought out 2 whole plates of the meat right off the grill. You can see them just glistening. The juices are flowing. Oh, and that's a cabbage. Wow, there's sausage, there's bread, there's mustard. So you just poke them with a toothpick, because if you only poke it with one, it spins on you. So that is the thing to do.
Look at that juice.
Just touch it with your fingers. Look at that. Okay, you have to see when it is a sponge, a meat sponge of oily juices close up. Oh, you could squeeze it out. Oh wow.
Sorry.
Oh wow.
Where are you from? From Romania? For the
That is. Hello. Oh, that's unbelievable.
take with mouth.
Yeah, with much okay. Okay, but that first bite, it's a mix of pork and beef. Like so unbelievably fatty and
Tức
juicy.
là bò
but
với
in the
heo
best
nó
kind of
trộn
way.
lộn luôn.
And then just like, it's cooked perfectly. That texture is just what makes a difference to me. The sponginess and the bounciness of the texture. It's like, unlike any other roll of meat you'll ever have. And eventually you just kind of like ditch the toothpicks altogether. And just go in with your finger. Yeah, with the mustard, it's wonderful too. It's like a sweet mustard rather than a spicy mustard, but
Yep.
it goes together with the salty meat.
Norok.
No.
Cái loại thịt nướng nó ngon đó.
I'm willing to call this the world's spongiest meat. Juiciest, spongiest meat. Oh man, the composition of those meats. They have not only perfected the recipe and but I think they've mastered the ratios is what it's all about. And the music just like it makes you keep on eating. Some other sausage. Oh, wow, the sausage is awesome too. You taste like that a chili aroma to it. There's a bit of an herb in there. And then that skin is just like caramelized. And then just cabbage to chase to flush down those juices along with. Oh, the cabbage is wonderful too. Thank you so much. Okay, so the market in the morning was fantastic. The meat was incredible. From here, we're on our way to go eat lunch. Christian, tell me about this place.
This is one of the places in Bucharest which is inside the pedestal park, one of the top restaurants in Bucharest.
Xong một chỗ rồi anh tới chỗ này sẽ chắc nhà hàng của Nhật Bản quá. Sao mà thấy sushi không ha?
But only Romanian products.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hey, nice to meet you. He's been cooking like around the world Japanese food for over 20 years, and he's back in Bucharest now. He's the head chef at this restaurant, and using Romanian ingredients, prepares Japanese sushi and steaks and different dishes. So I'm very excited to see what he's gonna do for us for lunch today.
Natural paracetamol. Yes. Be careful.
And it's a type of tuika though.
It's hot. Get a flu or something, you take a small shot.
No. But yeah, this is the tuika, a Romanian liquor with fugu tail from Japan in it.
Rượu
Yeah, it's sweet.
rượu của Romania. Mình nó giống như là rượu Nhật vậy đó.
It's like a dashi almost, like a tastes like the seaweed a bit.
Chutoro sashimi with Romanian black truffles and Romanian white caviar.
Borago, and it tastes a little bit of cucumber. Taste it
And by the way, all the herbs and they all come from Christian's farm, microgreens in Romania, and he supplies a lot of the restaurants with like such a bounty of different microgreens and herbs and flowers and yes, so many things. Oh yeah, it's juicy too, but like a sour cucumber almost. It's good. Immediately you smell the truffle, the aromatic truffle. The caviar is on top, the chutoro.
Trứng
Wow.
trứng
There's a
cá
lot of goodies on this bite.
với một miếng cá hình như cá tuna.
Oh wow. The chutoro melts in your mouth. The fragrance of the truffle, the richness of the caviar, all in a single bite. Gone in a second. Many good things in one bite, in one roll. Romanian beef carpaccio,
Sushi nhưng mà nó bỏ lên cái cục gì nữa đó.
I believe there's rice, there's seaweed with fried foie gras on top, and then sprinkled with shredded truffle again, and then everything is Romanian ingredients. He said, apart from the rice, which is from Japan. Oh wow. Oh yes. There's so many creamy and crunchy things all in one bite. The richness of the foie gras, the fragrance of the truffle, the beef and avocado both just melt in your mouth. Almost the same texture.
Cái này là trứng
Takes the sturgeon and
trứng
uses
cá.
the liver to cook the liver, fills it into a hard-boiled egg with sturgeon caviar on top, all over a bed of microgreens from Christian.
Trứng cá với lại cái trứng gà
Oh wow.
với rau.
I would gladly trade an egg yolk for sturgeon liver. It's so rich and creamy. Oh, and then with the herbs. A Romanian crayfish fried ball with a little bit of yuzu with black caviar on top.
Cái gì đó cũng chơi trứng cá trong hết ha.
Magnesium, nastum.
Còn cái cục tròn tròn là cái gì?
One bite, I think cut it because I don't wanna take too much in one bite. Oh, wonderful! Just filled solid with crayfish.
Rồi tới cái súp này cũng có trứng cá luôn rồi. Mấy anh là cái gì sao cũng bỏ trứng cá trong cái chân.
This is a beauty. This is an Japanese egg custard with crayfish again.
Với lại
Another dab of caviar. We
rau
are
với
getting
bông.
an amazing taste of caviar today in this meal of Romanian caviar. Wow, that is rich and like you have the soakiness of the egg with the strands of the crayfish with the richness of the caviar. Your next dish is sturgeon, marinated for 48 hours in miso. So the same technique that they use in Japan, but this is with sturgeon, local sturgeon. Shiitake mushrooms on top as well. That's just straight like butter.
So
Có bà xã anh ngồi bên đó.
it's also Milojas is very popular in France. It's also popular in South America. It's the same thing.
Cái chỗ này nó làm cái gì sao cũng có một miếng trứng cá cho nó trơn à. Mấy thằng này sao ngộ vậy ta?
Wow. Yeah. Like layer upon layer of creaminess. Like pudding with layers, rich and creamy.
Không phải cái
Walk around Old Town, the city center of Bucharest, but first we're stopping at a place to have a coffee. Gershon says the best place for coffee.
Floral, some tropical flavors, and
Hôm nay dừng đây anh uống cà phê một cái.
Oh, it smells so good, and he said to actually stir it up a little bit. That's going to enhance the flavors. It smells so good. Yeah. Wow. It's like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, fruity. Yeah, that's straight like nectar. With coffee. Coffee's so good.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah, the coffee's so good. There was no way we could stop at one. So I got an Ethiopia.
Không phải một ly mà có chút xíu ở dưới thôi.
It's a bit spicier. Feeling much better after 2 shots of espresso. But just walking around, I'm loving the contrast of Bucharest, the old, the new. I mean, look at peer between those buildings. The domes, the lights, the reflections. It's such an artistic city, a different layers of architecture. Walking streets in the center, there's restaurants, there's bars, there's lots of places to hang out. And it is a nice environment with the old buildings on either side. Bucharest is sometimes known as the Little Paris. Kebab is one of the most popular foods in Bucharest that you'll find in Romania, especially shawarma, which is on the spit on the upright skewer of meat. So there was no way we could make a Bucharest food tour without trying some shawarma. We're going to get a beef shawarma and Romanian style, my first time Romanian style shawarma. So I've had shawarma in many places around the world. And shawarma really is one of the great gifts of food to the entire world. But excited to try the Romanian version of shawarma. And what immediately as he makes it, it is a different style. It is a different almost concept because
thử cái loại thịt nướng này coi. Cái loại này thì nhiều nơi nướng lắm.
You get to choose your sauce. On top of that, and you can get such a big mix of like salad. It's like an entire salad mixed within your shawarma. So once he has all the ingredients in his palm in the bread, he actually uses his tongs and just like flips everything and mixes everything. So the salad mixes with the sauce, mixes with the meat. It's all like mingled in there. That's a technique that I've only seen in Romania for shawarma. Yes, I think so.
Anh lấy cái thịt nướng anh trộn vô rau.
You can have on the side. Yeah.
Okay. So now put the Russian they use as separate.
pretty decently heavy, and they actually kind of wrap it in like a plastic instead of a paper
Nguyên một
because
cái
they know
ổ
it's
bự
gonna
trình
get
hình luôn.
saucy. What is the technique, guys? This is one shawarma where you don't want to unwrap it all the way, right? No. You want to just slowly unwrap it as you keep on eating it. Otherwise, yes, it looks to be of that school of shawarma. Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. And the sauce is like really creamy, almost like sour creamy. And again, I mean, you notice that on your first bite, how they mix everything so that the sauce is just flowing. Everything's mingled, the vegetables are in between. Oh, nice, some extra chilies on the side. But yeah, that is seriously tasty. Oh, fries and chilies. Nicely done, Nasim. This reminds me of the 6-pack of beer we had earlier today. 6-pack of chilies. Oh yes. Oh, that chili is amazing. A little bit spicy, but like the juicy chilliness that
Anh
comes
này
out.
năng ớt ghê gớm lắm.
Wow. Okay, that needs to be followed with another bite.
Đối với anh một trái không thấm thía gì. Trái còn tươi và anh ăn là cũng nguyên trái bự luôn.
This is something that would be good at every hour of the day, 24 hours a day. I just spilled some onions on that. Okay, and classic drink, add on like a salty yogurt. That is refreshing. Oh, it's not too salty. Tastes like more like a natural yogurt. Nice how they provide baby wipes, because your hands are going to get oily. Romanian shawarma complete. That was delicious. And again, their technique, their style, the mix of vegetables, I think that's what makes it. And that's the Romanian style that is a must-eat in Bucharest. And there's just like kebab shops, shawarma shops all over Bucharest. That was satisfying. That was a great pre-dinner snack. For dinner tonight, we are at, this is one of the most legendary, one of the most historical, one of the most well-known Romanian restaurants in all of Bucharest. Oh, coming in the round door right now. Okay,
Anh
good.
ăn vậy mà giờ mà còn đi ăn nhà hàng nữa à?
Historical restaurant, and it is just absolutely packed all the way from the entire terrace all the way inside. And it's actually one of these restaurants that's a piece of art. It's a living museum of a restaurant. I guess what makes it also is just that the entire floor is just packed, and they serve
Nhà hàng này nó đông thế ghê luôn ha.
traditional Romanian food here. Okay, the first round of appetizers, the pre-meal has arrived, the different dips, the salads, the mandatory Romanian pork plate, the hams, the salamis, there's cheeses, the liver pastes, what I love about it.
Cái đó là cái món khai vị đó.
Vegetables included also, always cucumber, tomato, and the full stalks of green onion. What type of beans is it? Sorry, nice to meet you. Oh yeah. Look, almost every meal I've enjoyed the stalks of green onions, and again, one of my favorite things in Romania is the kuska, which is it's a mix of like roasted eggplant, roasted peppers, made into a paste that goes especially good with bread. Oh, wonderful. Oh yeah. The kuska. Always good, and so many different combinations of the kuska as well. Okay, that's kind of like a nose block. Some of the main dishes have arrived. Oh wow, massive platters of meat. There's like a mixed grill, different sausages, different lamb chops. There's an entire tray more of meat. Oh, I believe we've had some meat already today. And then it looks like an entire pork fried pork leg with polenta. Yeah, that is seriously Romanian meat specialties on platters here. Chilies that we got, actually a whole plate of chilies, different types of chilies that we got at the market earlier this morning. Oh yeah. Oh, the sweetness of that one. This one I believe is an entire pork leg made into a ham. It looks smoked. You can see that pink color.
Cái cục bự đó là hình như là cục heo. Đúng rồi, nó là heo. Heo hay là con cái đó là thịt trâu đấy. Cái đó là thịt trâu á, cái miếng sườn đó đó.
This is actually the final day of my trip to Romania. Again, what a finale. What a day of touring around Bucharest, and today was really about the diversity because we were at the market first. The meat, that was probably the highlight of my day, but then the amazing meal, but Japanese style, but using Romanian ingredients by Chef Catalin, and then the shawarma, and then walking around, seeing some of the sights of Bucharest, and then finishing with a grand, like a legendary meal restaurant, but also a historical location and a museum of a restaurant. Today, yeah, another fantastic day, and I want to say a massive thank you for this entire trip to Nassim, who was really, he was the one who invited me to Romania. He planned the entire trip. And he did a fantastic job. So big thank you to Nassim and to Christian and to Kalin. And if you haven't seen all of the videos from this Romania food and travel series, I'll have the link in the description box. You can click that link, watch all of the videos. What a trip it's been. And I want to say a big thank you to you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe, click the little bell icon, and then that way you'll get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching, and see you on the next video.